I'm Ava Inesta, back with Coach Mora for week 2 of college football. The Huskies will be on the road for the first time this season as they will travel to Georgia State. Coach, coming off a Thursday night game, the guys have had a long weekend to reflect and recover. How have these extra days been important into keeping the right mindset and transitioning into week 2 of game prep?
It's been beneficial, and whether we had won the game or what the result was, it would help us. First of all, we're coming off of a long, hard training camp, and just having a couple extra days for them to recover and rest and heal up is very important. For us to have the chance to look ahead to Georgia State and get a little jump on our preparation was very important. It was important for our staff to have some family time and be able to watch college football games and see what's going on out there. You always pick up new ideas, fresh ideas, see what people are doing. So, having that Thursday night game and then having a couple extra days of preparation was good for us.
Yeah, well, last week the running game was one of your biggest strengths, with Victor Rosa scoring 2 touchdowns. But I'm sure we have not seen all of what Joe is capable of at quarterback. So what kind of adjustments have you made with the receivers and the tight ends to hopefully spark some of the passing offense with Joe leading the way?
Well, part of the reason we weren't able to throw the ball as effectively as we wanted to is we didn't run the ball as effectively as we needed to. We had the long run by Victor, the 71-yarder, but otherwise we were just, by our standards, pretty average in the run game. So we need to be able to establish the run so it opens up some more play-action pass game and our downfield shots and things like that. Now, we took those shots, but we just didn't convert on them. I think just Joe becoming more comfortable in what we're doing and who he's doing alongside will really be beneficial for him. But I liked what I saw out of Joe in week 1. I think he's poised. I think he's very intelligent in terms of being a decision maker on the field. I think he does a good job of protecting the football. We saw that he can also run the football. So I like what I saw out of him week 1, but I expect him to be better, just like I expect all of us to be better.
Even though the defense responded pretty well to the pressure that NC State applied, one of the weaknesses was allowing their quarterback to extend possessions and not finishing plays. So what did you implement in practice with the defense to be more effective in making those final tackles and focusing on the things that you really can control?
Yeah, you're so right. The quarterback and his ability to get out really hurt us. And then we had, more missed tackles than is acceptable. And so it's something we emphasize every week in practice. We just, we didn't do a good job. This week there's been just even a renewed focus and sense of urgency on our play entry and our leverage and knowing where our help is, so as we converge on the ball carrier, whether it be a runner, a receiver, or the quarterback. In last week's case, we're not overrunning things, we're not missing tackles. It's asking our scout team, running backs or quarterbacks, even if they get caught up at the line of scrimmage, to break through and let them, or off defensive line, let them run so we can get some open field work. And then in our individual stuff, working drills that we always work, but just, sometimes you just have to double down on certain things. And I think, this week is a week we've just had to really just double down and, focus on the fundamentals of tackling in space.
I want to talk about Georgia State. They are coming off a 42-35 win against URI, getting their first win of the season. They saw a lot of success in their running game as well. They rushed for 243 yards. So how are you preparing your defense for yet another team that heavily relies on the rushing attack?
Well, they're different in the way they run the ball, but they're outstanding running it, like you said. I mean, last year they were 14th in the country running the football, and they had a great night the other night running the football. They've got a quarterback that can run the football. They've got really good running backs that run hard and find the holes. They do a great job up front with their scheme. They're very, very well schooled in their scheme, and so for us, it's about being disciplined. It's about getting in our gaps, staying in our gaps, using our hands, shedding blocks. It's about running to the football and then finishing by being a good tackling defense. That's really what stopping the run is all about. But they can sling it a little bit too, and they get you spread out and they go fast. So it's a very, 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 very tough situation for us defensively. We have to be up to the task.
I know the team is eager to get their first win of the season, and a lot of the positives that came out of last week were overshadowed by the final score. Georgia State is coming off a win. They built some momentum, but I just want to know who specifically in the locker room has really kept the energy high and kept the team motivated after a frustrating home opener.
I don't know that it's one particular person. I think it's just it's us as a team and what we're all about. And some people would call it culture. You know, I think it's just kind of our belief system, and you know, it's being disciplined, and it's coming to work every day with the intent to get better, and focusing on being the best you can be for the team, and the team being as the best we can be, and pushing yourself through. You know, when you're fatigued or you know, maybe don't feel like doing something, and we've just got a group of men that do that. You know, I haven't seen one particular, 2 or 3, 4 particular guys just kind of step up. What I've seen is a team in the last couple days that has just an increased sense of urgency coming off a loss, and I think that's what you want to see. It's a kind of a peer-to-peer accountability, which is very, very strong. You know, certainly accountability to yourself, but accountability to your teammate, and I think that that's one of the things about our team that I like most.
The Huskies will travel to Atlanta this Saturday, September 9th to face Georgia State. Kickoff is at 7 o'clock on ESPN+. You won't want to miss it. Coach, thank you so much, and best of luck down south.
Thank you very much.